It's working, I hope? Okay, good. Okay, first off, I have to share with you that I came to the last lecture series on Tuesday, and I got totally panicked because I did not have a PowerPoint presentation. And I have to thank Cindy Brown, who handled my mania yesterday, saying, oh my God, they're all doing that. Now, to even show you how bad I am technically, Len Harmon is running the slides for me because I can't handle it. Okay? That is how bad. But I do want to start by saying that I had some words of wisdom once given to me. When I worked at Assumption, I took about 20 students to experience a third world poverty about 100 miles north of Mexico City. We worked in a village with the Otomi Indians. And when I came back, somebody asked me if I would go into the church and actually present a homily based on my experience. I freaked. And I freaked, one reason is that I feared going in that church because I was afraid the walls would cave in. And then the second part is I didn't know what to say. And the words that was shared with me from a person who's a priest was, make 3 points. Because here's the deal, you lose them after that. And so, with that said, I'm going to share with you 3 points. The first is let it go. How many of you have ever been mad at someone? How many of you have ever felt guilty about something that you've done? How many of you have ever felt sad? How many of you have a hard time letting that go? It is a reality of this world. It is a challenge for all of us. Here's the deal. The way I look at it is that we all have emotional baggage. Okay, psych major. We all have emotional baggage. The difference is that some of us are carrying a fanny pack and others are pulling a 5-piece set. Okay? And it's figuring out what are the things that really get to you that kind of cause you not to let it go. And so I want to share with you a story in the wisdom of a 9-year-old, okay, who was 8 then. This is my son, Andrew. Andrew is a pistol, okay? He keeps me hopping. He was a nightmare as a baby. Tortured me. I drooled for the first 3 months of his birth. He slept 1 hour a day, 3 20-minute intervals. I can't even share with you the amount of projectile vomiting that I experienced. Okay? I debated whether or not he's my child. And the reason being is that Andrew is also the family jock. I am not. It is a genetic blip. There is no reason why he should have any talent whatsoever. My wife is just as inept as I am. To the point where, when he was 6 years old, started playing baseball, I was outside playing catch with him, and I kept missing the ball. He came over and said, Dad, if you turn your glove like this, you'll catch more. He was right. This is my world. One of my jobs in the house is on Tuesday nights, Andrew has karate. I am in charge of picking up Andrew at 5:30. That is my job. So I typically stay in the office a little bit later, and then I head off and pick up Andrew at karate. Well, I had a student come in my office around quarter past 4 or so. Kid was in crisis, really having a real hard time. We got some tears, we had some M&Ms, it was all kinds of stuff going on. And so I was really invested in the discussion, and all of a sudden I went, what time is it? It was 10 minutes of 6. I went, crap! I immediately got on the wife, trying to apologize. I'm like, hon, I'm still in the office. I forgot about Andrew. I made the kid who's in the office say, it's my fault. So I wouldn't get yelled at. She said, you're okay. There was a mom that was there, realized that you're always there on time, got concerned, called and said that he would bring Andrew home. And Andrew was home. I said, oh my God, thank God. I feel so much better because I had that whole rush of like flush go right through me. So I said, can I talk to Andrew? And she said, yeah, sure. So I get on the phone. I'm like, Andrew, I am so sorry. Your daddy's a dumbass. That's the reality. Okay? I am so sorry this happened. I try, but you know. And he's like, Dad, it's okay. Dad, it's okay. Mrs. Germain was there. It's okay. I'm like, yeah, but I'm really, really sorry. It'll never happen again. I swear it'll never happen again. And he said to me, Dad, let it go. And in that immediate moment, that whole sense of guilt just went away. And so that little pearl of wisdom that I want to share with you is that maybe sometimes you got to let it go. Don't hold on to the baggage. Do you need to have that sense of anger? Do you need to feel bad about yourself all the time? Yeah, you're going to screw up. It's okay. Trust me, I am the example of a screw up. Okay? And so you just have to let it go. The wisdom from a 9-year-old. Point 2. Life is a roller coaster. I love roller coasters. Any other roller coaster enthusiasts out there? Totally love roller coasters. They rock. I had a summer job where I worked at the fun capital of New England, Canterbury Lake Park. And my job was I ran the roller coaster. I ran the cannonball, and I loved that sucker. I thought it was the greatest ride in the entire world, and the best part for me was that every single day I could ride it in any spot I wanted. I could be in the front, I could be in the middle, I could be in the back, I can watch people go on. I was a little bit embarrassed telling my friends what I was doing, so I said to them that I worked in recreational transportation and that I see 300 to 400 clients a day. So I sounded pretty impressive from that perspective. But what I really believe about roller coasters is it is synonymous with life. In that, you know what? You climb up a hill, you come down a hill, there's twists, there's turns, it's rapid fire, things are always going on. And sometimes they're really good, and sometimes they're a little bit more challenging. My second son's name is Ben. Ben is 7. Ben got a bummer of a birthday. Ben's birthday is September 11th, 2002, the year after the 9/11 incident. And so, of course, anytime you go somewhere and you have to give your son's birth date, you say, yeah, 9/11, 2002. They're like, oh. And I'm sitting there going, well, we got a kid. He didn't do it. Ben, perfect baby. After Andrew, I thought about only child. Serious consideration saying, I ain't doing this again because that really, really stunk. Okay? Ben, perfect baby. Ben slept. Ben was one of those ones who ate. It was like that whole Lancome commercial where the baby's like laying on you. It was like wonderful. Andrew repulsed by me. Andrew would just shove me away. And I was like, fine, you have your side of the house, I have mine, we'll work it out. You're going to be hungry, you are on your own, boy. And so Ben was that kid that you just kind of dream of, the perfect baby. As Ben started to grow in that first and second year, Ben started to miss some milestones, some developmental milestones. And being a psych major, of course, I get paranoid because I know all the stuff that's out there when it comes to it. But he had some very quirky behaviors, and in particular, one of the things that we were concerned about was the fact that you could bang pots and pans behind his head and he wouldn't even move. And so our initial thought was that Ben was deaf. But there was also some other quirky behaviors that made us feel a little bit different. On January 24th, 2005, Ben was diagnosed with autism. The roller coaster ride changed. It changed dramatically in our world. It moved from that outside venue of a rickety roller coaster to being inside Space Mountain where you can't see where it's coming. And we had no idea how to react. We didn't know what to do, and we spent our days and nights crying. Because in some ways it was a loss. It was a real serious loss for us. And while we know now that Ben falls on the scale as someone who would be considered moderate to severe, with a prognosis that's not so great, I have to tell you, every single time my kid smiles at me or laughs a little, my heart melts. And as much as his life is going to be challenging, I can't deny that face and not be moved by it. So, point 3. Laugh every day. Yeah, I know that was a little bit sad, but I got to tell you, laughter cures it all, okay? I think that laughter, if you can find those moments in the day to laugh, you can get through the Space Mountain ride. It is what gets us through some of the challenging times that we're faced with in our house. And I think for you, there are going to be times that you're going to be challenged too, and you've got to find a sense of laughter. Just to recap, figure out ways to let it go. Don't hold on to it. Work through your baggage the best you can, but don't let it pull you down, okay? That's such a challenge for us. Life's a roller coaster. Sometimes it's a great ride, sometimes it's not a great ride. You don't always have to sit in the front to enjoy it. You don't always have to sit in the back. If you get stuck in the middle, enjoy the ride anyways. Because sometimes people think that you have to be in that front seat seeing what's going on. Sometimes the back of the roller coaster is the best seat. Not always. But try it. Try to just enjoy the roller coaster. Laugh every day. Figure out a way, okay? Whether it's you come back to this moment and remember how you kind of laughed when you got to sing a song, or if it has to be at my expense, the fact that your dean of students looks like the Verizon man, do whatever it takes. But please, find laughter in your life. It's very, very important. Thank you.